Hi there, this is Azul Maksud. I am today with another very much important topic, how to write a secure Docker file. So Docker file we are writing, always in the projects. So the how to secure this one, how to harden it. This one, you have to harden the Docker file. How to do that? So today I am showing this is 15 key points here. I will explain these 15 key points. I think it will be helpful for you who are fresher, also the experts, both guys needed. So anything is secured or security, it depends upon your practice. I'll show you. And please keep in mind always, before writing any kinds of Docker file, keep in mind the networking, very much important. Because basically without default, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So without default networking, you have to keep in mind the 5 networking. So for multi-host when needed, for front-end, back-end or database like that, for 3 tiers, then overlay. Then for isolated container, if you needed any container should be isolated, then should be bridge one. For the high performance, then our game server, like then host. Then there is no need the network, that means like batch processing job. Then or the also for the analytics you have to use the none. MacVLAN is the legacy one, or it gives the specific direct IP address, it gives MacVLAN. So some project has or some client wants the specific IP address, that means it is for the MacVLAN or MAC address, actually MacVLAN. So these 5 should be in your brain always. And I will upload this doc here in the Docker. So let's do upload or add one more file. Create the one more file. I'm writing like this, how to secure Docker file. I'm keeping that one. Control V, just I have given everything here. Okay, it's good. So guys, first you can see the networking, then how to secure the Docker file. So in detail here are the key points here, total 15. I'm going straight to the in detail here. So first, use minimal base image. I'm changing the color like this one. That means minimal base image, that means small, light, like that way. Start with a lightweight. Okay, lightweight and trusted base image like Alpine, or also Nginx is good, or a specific version of an official image. Avoid unnecessary tools or libraries to reduce the attack surface. Example, you have to write first from Python 3.9 or 3.12 like that. Actually we are using 3.9 vastly. And see here slim, when you're writing the slim, that means this one giving the lightweight. Okay, keep in mind slim giving the lightweight. Then add a non-root user. My goodness, very much important, man. So normally or by default it coming the root user. We start, I think, most of the times, but you have to use the non-root user, because containers run as root by default, yes, which is a major risk, security risk. This is okay. My goodness. Then create and switch to a non-root user to minimize privilege. So you have to use the user, create the user first, then you have to switch there. You have to write like this way: create a non-root user, then run user add. How to create user add? Then -m like this, any name, Flask user or Nginx user, either way you have to run this way. So in the Docker file you have to put the run command for creating a non-root user. Then switch to the non-root user, then user, then Flask user. This one is coming. So you have to mention the first create, run, then user, Flask user. Then use copy instead of add. use copy for adding files into the image because it's more predictable than add. So only use add when extracting tar archives or downloading files from a URL. Very much important. So which one? The tar, that means zip file or downloading file. If you need the downloading or zip file, then the add is coming. Otherwise use the copy. Okay, so it's more predictable than add. Yes, copy the application code. Copy, see here, copy app.py, then the location /app. Okay, so use the copy instead of add. Then set working directory, changing the color. Specify a working directory for the container to avoid running commands for the root directory. So to avoid the running command from the root directory, workdir then /app. We put like this, right? Workdir /app, changing the color. Then install only necessary dependencies. Minimize the number of tools and libraries installed. Use no install recommended to avoid unnecessary dependencies. So example, install only required Python dependencies. Copy, requirements.txt. This is very much famous. You have to use this one. Okay, requirement.txt, then /app, the location. Then run pip install no cache dir -r recursively requirements.txt. Then remove build dependencies. Yes, so remove tools or libraries used only during the build stage to reduce the attack surface. Example, run apt-get update and apt-get install y, that means yes, then no install recommended. Then gc is going like this way. So run command is the run command. I'm making this colorful. Then gcc, then python 3 dev, then pip install no cache dir is coming, apt-get parse is coming, apt-get auto remove, then rm rf, this one, this is the guy. So you have to remove build dependencies, remove tools or libraries used only during the build stage to reduce the attack surface. So after having this one, just remove this one, rm rf where leave this list. Then set file and directory permissions, restrict the directory access, I'm changing the color, to minimize risks. Example, ensure the application code is owned by the non-root user. So run chown, change ownership r flask user, like this way. Okay, I'm keeping this one colorful. So you have to run the chown, this one actually, to set file and directory permission. You have to restrict directory access. Then use multi-stage builds. So yes, multi-stage builds we are using. So build the application in one stage and copy only the necessary files into the final image to reduce image size, and include only production ready files. Then example, stage 1 build from python 3.9 slim, slim means is making shrink, right? Use builder and as builder. Okay, then workdir directory app, copy, you have to copy the requirement.txt space dot. This small dot is very much important, my goodness, it's copying everything from there. Then run pip install no cache requirements.txt is coming. Stage 2 final from python 3.9 alpine. So see here, this is the final stage, and the stage 1 is build stage. So you are building from slim, very much important, and after building stage to final, you are taking from alpine. Okay, so your image is from there. Then workdir again, copy builder, this way is coming everything. Then yes, copy app.py user nobody. Okay, then cmd, we are giving like that way. Cmd normally coming these kinds of string, python app.py like that. Then set environment variables securely. So avoid hard coding sensitive information. Use environment variables to inject configurations. Example, env app env, then production equal production. You have to use the environment variable securely like this way. Then minimize image layers. Combine commands into fewer layers to make the image smaller and reduce the attack surface. So to make the smaller, not only the slim, Python 3.9, then slim, not only that one in the build, you have to minimize the layers also. Example, run apt-get update and apt-get install, then -y no install recommends. You have to run this way. Then live pq, then dev and end, then rm, this going to the next line. Okay, remove rf variable, lib apt list. Yes, then use health check. Number 11 is coming, health checks. Add a health check to monitor the container's runtime health. Example, health check interval. Health checks coming interval like this way. I'm keeping this one colorful, is good. Then like 30-second timeout, 5-second start period, 10-second cmd. Cmd is coming curl-f, the localhost 5000 for backend, and exit 1. So exit 1. Health check is good, then good, or this is the or command, last one. Okay, this is very much important. I'm making bold this one. So or if not health check done, then it's coming exit 1. Exit 1 is the error, is the convention in the industry, that exit 1 is error. Exit 0, when exit 0 is coming, that means this is healthy, or there is no health checks, health issue. Okay, so this is the issues: interval 30, timeout 5, start periods 10, like that. Then use a read-only file system. Oh my goodness, my bad. Then avoid writable layers unless absolutely necessary. Configure this during runtime docker run. Okay, then avoid exposing unnecessary ports. So no need to expose the unnecessary ports. Expose only the required port for the application, like expose 5000 for backend, 5000 we are using backend, 3000 for front end normally. Then use default seccomp or app armor profiles. So seccomp or app armor profile is important. The Docker engine applies a default seccomp profile, but you can also enforce a custom app armor or seccomp profile during runtime. Then avoid args for sensitive information. Okay, arg actually arg values are stored in the image and can be accessed. Use env for runtime configuration instead of sensitive arg values. So this is the example I have added here. Then it will be easy for you guys, all the 15 I have added. Okay, so use the lightweight, right? That means slim is coming here first at the build stage. Then create a non-root user. You have to do the run user add for non-root user first. Then set the working directory. That means workdir is coming. Okay, then copy file and install dependencies. Copy requirement.txt. So if not anything like tar file or zip file, then you have to do copy, otherwise you have to do the add tar file. Then run pip install no cache requirement.txt. So this is very much important. When copying the requirement.txt, then you have to run this one pip for the Python install. So hyphen r means recursively is running this requirements.txt. Then copy the application code, copy app.py. So you have to copy this one, then space dot, that means everything from there. Then ensure the application code is owned by the non-root user. So you have to ensure that this is owned by non-root user, man, very much important this is. So change ownership, run change ownership hyphen r, caps r, this is the non-root user, flask user, colon flask user, that means group, then slash app. So you have to ensure this one first, the ownership should be non-root user. Then switch to non-root user, user flask user. So you have to switch. I showed you first that you have to do the user add first. So after having the user add, you can do the user. So you can use like that. Then expose the required port. That means only one port you should expose. For the backend 5000, front end is 3000. Add a health check. Health check, I showed you, health check should be done. And health check's very much important thing is that you have to have the OR operator and exit one. If health check not done, it should be error message with exit one. Set the entry point. Entry point is CMD, entry point. Then CMD is coming like string. So this is the Python. Then app py. So string key value like that. Okay. Then summary. This secure Docker file incorporates minimal base images, no non-root user, very much important for secure Docker file. Then control file and directory permissions. Permission should be also chown like that. So multi-stage builds very much important also. Vulnerability mitigation through minimal dependencies. So dependencies should be also minimal. That's also important. That means which one is not needed, just remove should be. Health checks for runtime monitoring. Using these principles ensures that the container is both secure and lightweight, adhering to best practices for production deployment. Especially I showed you for the production deployment, because production deployment is always very much sensitive. So I'll suggest please practice this Docker file. I'm making a smaller sum. This is very much important, and also I tested this one, it's good. So this is for 5000, that means backend I made this one. You can change also for 3000, that means front end if you need. So guys, I think it will be helpful for you guys. So of course I'm coming with something exciting in the next video. Have a good night. Thank you.